Brunswick Biz on ATMC TV Channel 3. I'm your host, Kat Newton. This month we visit with Cottage Consignment, Roberto's, and CIS Thrift Shop. Stay tuned for the next 30 minutes as we connect Brunswick County one business at a time. I'm here with Claudia Spence, owner of Cottage Consignment right here in Ocean Isle Beach. One of my favorite stores I've found here in Brunswick County. I've shopped here personally, and I just wanted to get our viewers in here to see what you have. So thank you for letting us come to your wonderful shop. We appreciate it.
You're welcome, Kat. Thank you for coming back.
Yes. Now tell us just a little bit how you came up with this. Why did you open this here in Ocean Isle?
Well, in the late 90s, I retired out of Charlotte, North Carolina with Bell South. My parents had lived here for a long time, and I wanted to come to the shore. And I always loved antiques, anything antiques. And so this was my dream, and I opened the shop.
Great. Now, what do you have here? I mean, I know our viewers can kind of see behind us. Lots of furniture, lots of pieces. Just kind of name what you like to bring into the store.
Well, the name Cottage Consignment will tell you a lot about us, cottage especially, because you'll see behind us vintage furniture, and I love vintage furniture. So as we go through the shop today, you'll see a lot of that. And then there's other pieces. I have local pieces, local artists that bring pieces in, such as this piece of pottery that was fired in the ground.
Oh, wow.
And she will bring that in. I have pieces of furniture that we can customize for the small spaces that we know about here on the islands.
Right,
you know, so.
right. And things like here in front of us, I mean, this artwork, is this painted by someone local as well?
Yes, it is. It's hand painted from an artist in Sunset Beach.
Okay.
And grandmothers love that for their little grandchildren.
I know, it's so cute. I love
Thank you.
it. There's just so many things. You even have some jewelry in here and some baskets.
Yes, we have some sea glass and sand dollar jewelry that has just come in. We're now featuring it. And a lot of unique pieces.
Okay, now how do you find pieces? Do people bring them in and you accept them or not, or do you go out and find the pieces?
Well, there's two things that I like to do. I like to attend auctions. And really, when you go to an auction, you meet very interesting people.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I have met artists, I've met local vendors, I've met shop owners, and we create sort of a bond. And we find out what we like and what they have. And really, that's sort of how I do it.
Okay. And I wanted to point out, because I know when I came in here, there was a piece that you had, and I wanted one for my sister-in-law. So you just had the artist make another one. And then I see there's another one here. So you guys someone can come and say, I'm looking for something like this. I want it to look this size, be this shape, whatever you need. And you guys can customize stuff like that.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And that's a uniqueness of the cottage, one of them.
Yeah.
Because we can. You bring me your color scheme. We have a color palette that we give the customer. And if they need a 12 by 12 little plant stand, we can make that.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
And another thing I really liked, I also bought another piece here. And you knew about it. You knew the background, where it came from, what people had used it as. Do you usually know a lot about all the pieces you have?
Yes, especially we're consignment in.
Right.
They will bring it from mother or grandmother, or they're downsizing. There's a lot of history surrounding those pieces that I have. Now, some of my vintage furniture, I will know where it came from, where it was bought. Was it bought at an auction, or did it belong to the person that's bringing it in, mother, aunt, uncle, whatever. So that's really a special experience.
I think that's great to know, because I think when you bring a piece into your home, not only do you have to love what it looks like, but I just feel like when you know about it and you know that this was used in this barn or this farmhouse or whatever, it makes it a special story to tell people about. So I like that.
It is, and when they'll ask and they usually do, you're right, they'll usually ask something about that piece. and I'll say, oh, we found that in a barn, which we have. We've actually found some in a barn or in a meadow. And they look entirely different when they get in here. But it's the history behind that. And it's refurbished.
Right.
And it's now can be used for another 100 years.
Right, which is excellent. Very neat. Now, what's the most unique piece that you've had, that you found or someone has brought in?
Well, that's sort of hard to answer because all of my pieces, I think, are unique to the point that I would like to take them home when I have them. One stands out in the 4 years. It was a World War II spy binocular as a small piece. And we did a lot of research on that before putting it on the floor.
That's cool.
The other piece recently was an 1800s small 4-foot buffet, and that was found at an auction and actually had the owner's name inside of it.
Wow.
So there's several unique pieces that come in.
I just love when furniture has stories behind it. So that's very neat that so many pieces really have some background here. Now, I know that there's a special piece in another room here in the store that you want to tell our viewers about, so you want to go over there so they can see that?
Yes, I'd love to.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, Claudia, we're here in another part of the store. First, I want to point out, I saw this art piece hanging over the window. It's a beautiful piece. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I can. There is a local artist, husband and wife, out of Charlotte, that Carolina Starfire, that bring their pieces here. And this is one of their new mosaics.
Okay.
And I feature them all through the year. So I'm so proud to have both of them in the shop. And if you're looking for something to brighten your windows and everything, these are the pieces you'd like to have.
Yeah, definitely.
They're one of a kind.
They're beautiful.
They're not mass-made or anything, and they're handmade.
Wow.
So they're beautiful.
That is really neat. I love that. Now, this is the piece that had a special story behind it.
Yes,
it
does.
Story? I want to tell our viewers.
And I'd like to share it with you.
Sure.
I've been carrying this Jenny Lynn bed that was my son's around in my storage building for years. And so I decided to bring it out, and my vendor, who is located in South Carolina, came up, got the bed. This is the footboard to the bed, and this is the headboard, and we call it bed bench.
Bed bench.
And it is wonderful to be used in your house, at the end of your bed, in a Carolina room, or out on your porches.
Oh, yeah. I
So
love
it's
that.
beautiful.
How special to have something like that. Because
So
I know
it does.
when kids grow up and you know, it's hard to get rid of special things
Oh,
like
it
this.
is.
So
It
this
was.
would be
It was hard for
perfect.
me. I carried it around for a long time.
Yeah. And I just had to point out this piece behind us. I know this is kind of the style I like. This is some of the pieces I had gone with. This artist has a very unique taste with his furniture. So tell us a little bit about what he's done here.
This piece is a wine cabinet, and my artist is located in Sunset Beach, and it's handmade with the beadboard in the back, and it has the shuttered cabinets, doors, which are repurposed, and a lot of storage in the bottom. So it is a very unique little piece.
It is. You know, I just love it. The fact that you can take pieces, even pieces that people brought in some special pieces of their own, I'm sure someone can find something to build with it.
And we are building a piece now that is wider than this one, because they had their need was to make it wider. So it's going to be 4 doors at the bottom.
Oh,
so we can do that.
Yeah. Well, this is great. Claudia, will you tell our viewers just your contact information, where you're located, and then I know y'all have a website as well.
Yes.
And then your telephone number, just in case people are looking to talk to
Sure.
you about something.
It's Claudia Spence, cottageconsignmentshops.com. And my number is 910-540-2954.
And what are your current hours right now?
Our current hours right now are 10 to 5, Tuesday through Saturdays.
Okay, so a lot of time for people to get in here. I just hope they really take advantage. I love this store. I love all the pieces, and I hope people realize how cool this is, how unique that this place is right here in Brunswick County. So thank you for offering this to us.
You're very welcome, and thank you for coming to see me today.
Absolutely. here with Dave Gundrum, chef owner of Roberto's right here in Ocean Isle Beach. I know a lot of people might have known about this restaurant because it's super awesome, but we wanted to get in here and find out what your restaurant's all about. So you got something going on here. Tell us what you're doing.
Well, I thought today, since I would start with what's built the business, which is pizza, homemade pizza, which is what we started our business with originally, which was a pizzeria my mom and dad started in 1985. And now it's just me running the business, but we still make the pizza exactly the same. In fact, these ovens are from the original restaurant.
Oh,
and,
wow.
So they've
How
been,
cool is that?
Yeah, 30 years and they're still cooking.
Look at that.
Now, we make our own dough, cut our own cheese, cut our own onions and vegetables, use all fresh products, make our own sauce.
It looks delicious.
And we do our pizza a little different than anybody you're going to find in North Carolina that I'm aware of. We do it with our sauce on top and our cheese on the bottom.
Now, what does that do?
Well, it's more authentic in that way because originally there's a debate, but originally when they made pizzas in Italy, they would take slices of cheese and put on top of the dough and then chop tomato on top and bake it in their little ovens. And in the 50s in America, it was an option of sauce down or sauce on top, and we just preferred the style with the sauce on top.
Okay.
Which it makes it unique compared to everybody else these days.
Now, what else do you have besides pizza?
Oh gosh, we have a nice Italian menu. We've got lasagna, scampi, chicken parm, eggplant, which we make ourselves, veal, which we pound out ourselves. We also do steaks and seafood. We do scallops, mussels, clams. I'm doing haddock right now. Yeah, we have generally, right now I think I have 74 things on the menu you can choose from.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
pizza's only a small part of our business.
Okay.
But it's always a great way to start.
Yeah, oh yeah. Are you changing that? Like you said, you have 74. Do you add things to that?
Yeah, we're constantly changing it seasonally or just even weekly or nightly. Just like right now, clams are coming in again, so I'm running clams linguine and a red sauce or marinara. Haddock is being caught fresh, so I'm doing a Parmesan encrusted haddock that we're frying that people really like. It just, whatever's available.
Yeah.
I'll change it up. I'm looking for swordfish is coming up next month. I'm going to start running some swordfish.
Okay.
And then summer, you've got the different fishes. The mahis will come in and the groupers.
Right. Now, is pizza your favorite?
Yeah. I eat a lot of pizza. Lasagna is probably my second favorite. But here we're going to start with about a pound of fresh cheese, which is a low-fat mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
Which anybody always worried about keeping their fat down, this is a good way to do it.
Hey, there you
homemade
go.
sauce. And one of the big differences is what we started now. We already have about a pound of cheese going here. Just to get this pizza started. Then we're going to start with add our sauce. Instead on the bottom, we just do a swirl like this on top.
Looks like a good, nice, thick sauce there.
Oh yeah, we use a Pompadour tomato, which is a heavy concentrate, sweet, only picked when they're ripe. No acid added to them, like they don't ripen them. And then we add our own herbs and spices to it. So there we go. And then we're going to pick any toppings you want. We'll start with some fresh mushrooms.
Now all this is super fresh.
Yes. Yeah. And high quality. I use the highest quality ingredients we can get.
And you said that like the tomatoes here are organic.
Yeah, these are some organic cherry tomatoes that are available right now, and they're really nice. We just cut those in half. I got some spinach, which is organic right now. Now sometimes it's seasonal too, depending on the weather and stuff. But if the price is the same or the availability, I'll just get the better product.
Okay.
But fresh spinach is always a good product.
Yeah.
So we got some spinach, some tomatoes, some fresh mushrooms. Ed's put on some banana peppers, which are mild banana peppers.
So colorful.
Yeah, it's colorful. It's great. I mean, if you're going to come and try our menu, it's a good place to start. You start off with a pizza and you enjoy that. We come back and you can try lasagna or steaks or seafood.
Now, do you have any desserts?
Yeah, right now we're doing a homemade creme brulee, which I like to do some of the food history on some of the recipes, and I looked up this recipe and I found out the first time it was published was in 1741. It was either 41 or 61, and in Escoffier's cookbook. So I looked at the original recipe, and it was so simple. It's similar to today's recipe, so I just followed that recipe. So it's just basically cream, egg yolk, sugar, vanilla bean, and then they caramelize sugar on top, put fresh whipped cream on it, and seasonal fruit. And that's what we're doing right now.
Hey, yum, that sounds delicious.
Yeah. And then we have a 3-layer chocolate cake, and we're doing a mile-high cheesecake we got right now.
Now, I feel like your menu kind of changes, so when things are...
Oh, yeah. Well, for one, it's nice to keep interest for me as a cook to keep changing the menu and see what's going on. And plus, we have so many regular customers. If it was the same all the time, they get kind of bored. So it's just part of what we like to do.
Yeah.
Like we change our soups. Like right now, I'm doing which is my most popular soup. I'm doing a tomato crab bisque, and I'm doing a French onion. Now, when the summer gets here, I'll start doing a seafood chowder. Okay, because the tourists like to see a lot of seafood, and when the tourists are here, and I'm probably going to do a basil chicken soup instead of the French onion in the summer. It's cooler.
Okay, yeah.
So
now y'all have a nice bar here too.
Yeah, we have a nice bar area with big screen TVs and all.
Now, is that just kind of open the same as regular?
Yeah, it's open with the restaurant. And matter of fact, our bar isn't like your typical bar. It's not there mainly for bar service. Most of the people just eat at the bar.
Right. That's what I've heard a lot of people do.
Yeah, they'll do a lot of apps because we have a great app menu. Because we're doing seared ahi tuna right now as an app. We're doing a calamari trio, which is a large calamari app with 3 different sauces on them.
Okay.
Which is a nice app. We're doing tips right now. Oh, I'm making homemade fried cheese raviolis right now.
Yeah, look at this. I feel like this is very authentic.
Pretty close, yeah. As far as doing everything from scratch and homemade, we try to do a lot of that stuff ourselves. All right, let me get this in the oven real quick while we're talking.
Already, yum. Now, how hot is this oven? Super.
Depending on how busy I am, I'll run it between 475 degrees and 500.
Okay.
The more you open the door, the higher the temp you have to have.
And how long does that cook for?
8 or 9 minutes. Now, pizza with all those toppings is closer to 9. Now, thin crust, just like a plain cheese, I can cook in about 6 minutes.
Okay.
That's the fastest, though. But now, if you want a well-done pizza, it takes a little longer.
Okay.
Now, I knew we were going to have this thing, so I pre-prepped a little bit of the pizza for us. So here's some kitchen magic. This is pretty much the same toppings that we just put in there on this pizza here.
Goodness,
so you can see how that's going to look in about 10 minutes. All right. Now, this is just regular amount of cheese. Now, if we want a little more cheese, which I'm going to go ahead and give us a little more to hold the toppings on.
Oh, that looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Nice and crisp.
Now, do you have, if people came in and said, oh, I want this, this, and this, or do you have certain menu of pizzas to choose
Well, we have,
from?
right now, I keep the menu of the toppings pretty standard, but we're running like spinach, artichokes, roasted red peppers, green peppers, tomatoes, all the meats, sausage, ground beef, bacon, ham, pepperoni. We have anchovies. And then occasionally I'll do like eggplant pizza when there's a lot of eggplant in season.
And how can people do takeout if they...
Oh yeah, the whole menu except for the creme brulee, which is in the ramekin, and the bar can be taken out. Or the French onion, as long as it doesn't stay in a baked plate. Right. But we do a huge amount of takeout for pizza. That's...
I bet, yeah.
Everything goes, steaks, everything.
Wow. Now, what's your contact information? Just for our viewers to know where you're located and then your telephone number. And then y'all have a great website, too. Yeah, we have our website at robertosnc.com. And then I'm also on Facebook, Chef Dave Gundrum, which I have like 3,000 friends. So a lot of people, and I post, I'll take a lot of pictures and post a lot of specials. And that actually works really well. I'll post my specials for that night. Like this Friday, I posted the scallops and the crab cakes. And it was a madhouse with scallops and crab cakes this weekend. And then also, let's see, on my website, and I did do a fax to a bunch of businesses that left their cards. Oh, okay. And then what's your telephone number? Just
579-4999. Now, we're easy to find. We're right between Ocean Isle and Sunset Beach on Highway 179. You can't miss us. We've got a big rose pink brick building with palm trees. Not too many buildings look like that.
Well, Chef Dave, we appreciate you. We got to pull out the pizza, so we got to see what it looks like.
No, you got to take a bite of it.
Okay. Right. Hey, you don't have to ask me twice.
All right. Give the other one, baby, too. Ooh.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yep, there we go.
This looks delicious.
This is our large pizza. We also make a medium, but we just do large and medium.
Now, how big is the medium?
This is 14 inches. This is basically 6 slices on the medium and 8 slices on our large.
Okay.
We also do a pie. I didn't mention, we'll do Alfredo on the pizza too if they want, like chicken Alfredo and spinach. We do that. Also, we'll do white pizzas, just olive oil, garlic, and basil, fresh basil, or marguerite pizza.
I've heard a lot of people like that one.
Yeah. All right. I've got customers that have come in, or I have customers that have just been eating pizza for 20 years. I had a couple the other night. They're staying in Cherry Grove now, but they still drive up for pizza, and they've been eating here since my last store. So it's been about 16 years.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, it's kind of a nice compliment. Let me get you a plate, and we'll serve you up a piece.
All right.
There you go.
Yummy. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yummy. This looks delicious. Oh goodness.
That's some pie. I'm gonna have me a piece too.
Please do. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Well, it's my pleasure. I'm glad to be here, and glad you stopped by to see us, and hope anybody else would like to come and try our stuff.
Well, thank you.
Let's start off with the pizza and work your way through the menu.
with Terry Little, Thrift Shop Administrator, and we're here in the Boiling Spring Lake store. You guys have 3, which you administrate all 3, but we're focusing on this one today because y'all have a lot of great things. I mean, this store is pretty big. You have a lot of different options for people to choose from. Tell us a little bit first. Remind our viewers, because they might have seen you on a previous show that we've done before, but remind them how this thrift shop works.
Well, we opened the thrift shops in May of 2009, started in Southport, and then have expanded to Sunset Beach and Boiling Springs. And our goal is to help raise funds for communities and schools to keep our dropout prevention programs going.
Okay, now what all do you have here? Obviously, people can see some clothes behind us, but there's more than just that.
Yes, we have clothing, shoes, children's clothing, furniture, housewares, furniture, and kind of think garage items.
Okay, very neat. And tell us a little bit about how it works. Say someone's interested in bringing. They went through, they did all their cleaning out, and they have a lot of stuff. Can they just bring anything to here, or do y'all have some requirements that they need to meet before they just drop some things off?
We accept pretty much everything. We appreciate gently used items that when you look at things, you go, I'd be happy to repurchase this.
Okay.
That's always a good measure of what to bring. In addition, sometimes it's difficult with the larger and older TVs. That's the only area where we come into some issues.
Right. With spring approaching fast, so I'm sure spring clothings are coming out. Is there any deals on the winter clothes?
Well, we keep some winter clothes all year round because people are traveling, going up north. So it really kind of is sometimes helpful to be able to find things. In addition, we have racks outside, and we have some $1.50 racks that we'll put some of the winter clothing on.
Definitely very affordable.
As we're preparing for spring.
Okay, and as speaking of, I know we were going to pull some spring clothes just to give people an example of how easy it is to find some great outfits here. So can you tell us what you've pulled out for us?
We've got some spring dresses and some spring tops over here.
Okay.
Just ready, for going on your cruise, getting ready to go out and play and to have fun. We've got different dresses of all different sorts.
Okay, so have lots of different sizes, colors.
Colors from a small child to extra large adults.
Okay, and then also with brands, you have different brands.
We have all different kinds of brands that we get in donations, and Ann Taylor, Liz Claiborne.
So there's some really nice stuff in here.
We have Ralph Lauren, Chico.
Okay, very good. And I know that we had mentioned that there's more than just clothes, and I know a lot of people love to fill Easter baskets for kids and stuff like that, and you were going to maybe pull some stuff to show, just some ideas for people that they could find here to fill up an Easter basket.
Yes, I've pulled a few items over here.
Okay, this here?
Yes, just to give
very cute,
simple little ideas of things to pack. You can find toys, and we've got some Boyd bears. We get a lot of watches, which we'll go in and get new batteries for and replace them, make sure they're working correctly. And some fun paper mache eggs, and lots of assortments of beautiful baskets.
Very neat.
So there's lots of things to find.
Yeah, so there's a lot of great things that people can fill some Easter baskets with for this Easter coming up. Now tell us a little bit about communities and schools, of how the money benefits them from the stores.
The stores really benefit the schools by helping to raise funds. We have dropout prevention counselors in the schools. We do teen court and peer court. We have aftercare programs, tutoring programs. Communities and Schools has several different programs.
And I know that there's another thing that y'all have started doing pretty recently when y'all go out to estate sales. Can you tell us what you do there?
Yes, we have started. Communities and Schools is coming in, and when either you're downsizing on your home, moving, or, you know, moving a loved one into a home, into a home with yourself or to a home. We have this program that will come in and for the items you'd like to donate, help to either pack up your donations and help bring them to the store, or we will come in and we can host a yard sale or auction at your shop to help in the funds go to help support communities and schools, the families. It helps to relieve some of the stress for the families because we'll come in and take over, and we help with removing some things and helping to get the house ready to sell and prepare. So,
and I know that's a big help for them too, as well as for y'all. So it's very beneficial for both sides there.
Yes, and we can't do it without all our wonderful volunteers.
Okay, well, speaking of volunteers, I know that y'all did bring someone in, and we went to talk to them just to find out a little bit more about their experience here. So do you mind if we go talk to Donna?
That sounds wonderful.
Okay, well, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Donna Kling, volunteer for the Communities and Schools Thrift Shop. Great that you're here because we really needed to get out to our viewers how important you guys are, really to make this all work because y'all run on volunteers mostly. So we're excited to have you here. Tell our viewers first why volunteer here.
I had relocated to the Brunswick County area about 3.5 years ago. And of course, there's a million things to do down here from golf to the beach, but I wanted to do more. And I was looking around for a cause that touched my heart a little bit and would do some good here. And I heard about the communities and schools, and it was just a simple matter of walking in, talking to the desk there, and offering your services.
So what are some of your tasks when you come in and volunteer?
I'm the one in the back room usually. There's different responsibilities you can volunteer for, but I like to be there to meet the people when they come in with their bags and boxes of goodies, because that's just the great first opportunity to thank them for bringing what they have. Mostly from spring cleaning, we get the most popular donations are when they've are either moving in or moving out, and then the people moving in who come to buy the things they need to fix up their place. But we go through all the products, make sure they're presented well, and they go out on the floor. As Terry told you, the thrift shop is like a small department store, just about everything you can think of.
Okay. Now, are y'all looking for volunteers now?
Absolutely. We can always use the extra help, and it's not too difficult to learn the responsibilities.
Okay.
You pick up a little bit about the pricing and merchandising and preparation, but there's always a store manager to help you through with that. And they're flexible on the work hours as well. For example, I work 2 days a week, 4 hours each of those days.
Okay, great. And so what, just to let our viewers know one more time, what were the 3 locations of the thrift shops?
We have Boiling Springs Lakes,
Okay.
and I'm at the shop in Southport, and the other is at Sunset Beach, I believe. I haven't been to that one, but yeah, that's our other
Okay,
outlet.
great. Well, we appreciate you volunteering
thank you.
and being so dedicated, really, to communities and schools, and we appreciate y'all having us out here for the interview. So thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
Thanks for tuning in to Brunswick Biz, only on ATMC TV. Special thanks to Cottage Consignment, Roberto's, and the CIS Thrift Shops. If you have any questions about today's show or would like to see a business on our show, remember it is free. Just give us a call at 755-1770. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next month for Brunswick Biz, when we connect Brunswick County one business at a time. The Tulip Tree Boutique, a women's and children's clothing store in Ocean Isle Beach, where charming and classic meet fun-loving and playful.